What is MLS Laser Therapy? The MLS Therapy Laser is the most advanced laser available to the medical profession. The FDA Cleared MLS Therapy Laser uses concentrated light energy to stimulate the body's own healing process to minimize pain, inflammation, and arthritis, and reduce recovery times so you can return to a pain-free life. By using specific wavelength and a patented delivery system, MLS Laser Therapy can speed up the process of relieving inflammation and pain associated with many conditions, including arthritis. The MLS Therapy Laser has a unique pain-relieving effect, which can be dramatic. Many patients feel significantly better in just a few treatments. 85 to 90% of all patients will experience significant relief of their pain and inflammation and can go back to a normal and productive life. Ask your doctor if MLS Laser Therapy would benefit you.
All right, so who do we have with us today?
David Johnson.
Good. So, David, what kind of problems you were? I know you were visiting your sister, right? And then you were having some challenges. She asked if we could maybe help while you were here because you're just here temporarily visiting.
Yes, I had a automobile accident in December of '98, and since then I had spinal cord damage. I had injured vertebrae in my neck and lower back, and I got to a point where I couldn't bend over and pick things up. And I'd wake up in the morning, and from my shoulder blades up to my head, it hurt so bad I'd like to cry. And I'd had shocks, electrical shocks and stabbing all over my body intensely. And they're gone.
So what have we been?
And the electrical shocks and the stabbing, for the most part, I've only had 2 or 3 sessions. I had, this is the 3rd session, and I've only had maybe 3 stabbing pains.
Versus how many normally?
Versus probably 5 to 10 every hour would wake me up at night.
Wow.
And less than a handful of times since I started the therapy.
So what are we doing? We're using pulsed electromagnetic field therapy,
correct.
Using our Pulse Center's Energy Pro system.
I'll take your word for that.
And that's what it's called, because nobody even knows what it's called, so I always say it.
Right.
And then, are we using laser as well?
Using laser on my lower back, and I haven't been able to pick things up until I started this therapy. I mean, pick things up off the floor. I've been bending over and picking things up off the floor, and it just, after I did it 5 or 6 times, I said, my God, I hadn't even thought about it. I'm picking things up for the first time in 16 years.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
All depressed. Now I feel ecstatic.
Yeah. So, and I know we're going to try and see if we can find someone that has the kind of equipment we're using on you near where you live, because you live in Florida.
Right.
So we got to find someone. I have a few colleagues in Florida. I know a few that have the equipment. I just need to find out if it's close enough for you. So I'll be looking, getting a few selections and then let you guys know, and then if it works out, I hope it does.
I hope so. I'd like to have my daughter try it. She has chronic regional pain syndrome, and it's very intense pain. And if this has worked for my nerves, and I sure hope it could work for hers as well.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Well, I'm happy we were able to help you.
Oh, so am I. I had never thought this could ever happen.
Great.
Truly.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
The MLS Laser Therapy has been well validated through a variety of clinical trials in some of the most world-renowned institutions worldwide. So we brought the technology to market based on the clinical validation of the science behind it.
And after going through the different scientific studies, a lot of them out of Harvard, I was intrigued by the impact this light energy has on the cells. And to be able to decrease the inflammation pathway and the swelling on a cellular level, it makes sense that you thereby decrease the pain.
For patients across America, MLS Laser Therapy has meant relief from often intractable pain, without medication, without surgery.
Even throwing a football, I can throw a football a lot better now than I could 2 years ago.
Even now, after several months, I have no pain in my knee.
It was like a mega dose of Advil and ice invisibly, and it was just amazing.
It was the second treatment, and I walked out of here and I knew that something was different. And I called him back up and I said, "Thanks a lot. I think there may be something to this."
The primary MLS Laser Therapy unit has a touchscreen menu that allows doctors or staff to easily select a treatment. The robotic head does the rest. There is also a separate handheld probe that is preferable for some treatments, including trigger points.
Actually, we have 2 lasers in one.
Shoulders, feet, hands, wrists, things like that. The trigger point probe is more effective at getting at the nerves.